Guys, today I'm going to give you access to the life of an 8-figure Muslim real estate entrepreneur. Brother Sam, how you doing, Akhi?
Alhamdulillah.
MashaAllah.
Doing better now after seeing you.
Barakallah fi, barakallah fi. So this brother right here, as you've seen, been making noise in the Muslim real estate space, helping brothers become multi-millionaires on the back of humble investments. Allahumma barik. Now, we're going to spend the day here in the gym. I'm going to get trained by him, inshallah ta'ala.
Inshallah.
Then after, we're going to go visit his land, record a podcast and see what's up.
See you guys there.
Man, tell me, why do you train so hard, bro? You're a businessman, you're a family man, you've got a lot going on. Why is training so fundamental to you?
I train for the days that I don't feel like going to work. Those are the days these trainings kick in. So everything I'm doing is preparing for that day when I don't feel like doing anything, but I'll still do it because I have built the discipline through training.
So you're saying this training is actually part of your work?
Part of my work, absolutely. The day it's not part of my work or I feel like it, I'm not going to come to the training. But it will forever be, inshallah, because that builds the muscle that you show up regardless of how you feel.
You often mention that going to the gym, the guy who does one more rep
Yes.
is the one who will always do one more sales call, just one more outreach.
Is anybody watching us?
No.
What we're doing?
No.
Nobody cares what we're doing in the gym. But you were supposed to do 8 reps on the last session.
Yeah.
You did 10 or 11, right? Why did you do it? Because you wanted to give it your all. Even though I told you, do 8 reps. You're like, you do 10 or 11. Nobody's watching you. Nobody cares. So you build the muscle of putting one more rep, even when nobody's watching you. And that's fundamental for success in entrepreneurship.
Beautiful.
لصمت الفعل فينا كم برزنا في الكلام ما أجدنا في سواه هل متى الكرام
I used to think like when we can do dumbbell press with 80, look at the highest achievement. Now we warm up with 80. It's just getting used to it. It's like the big business, right?
Allah very.
You thought you'd get one sale of $5,000 commission.
MashaAllah.
Thought that would be conquering the world.
You're right.
But then you look back at it, it's like, alhamdulillah, it's just a stepping stone.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
ما أجدنا في سواه هل متى الكرام صمتكم يعرب خزي يسحق الشعب الهمام كم كمين بات يخشى نصر شعب بالحسام صمتكم يعرب خزي يسحق الشعب الهمام.
Right now, you're obviously in the process of this big land development deal here in Majans. And you've invited the Western investors along about it online and for personal for personal. This is obviously a very strenuous process.
Yes.
You're working round the clock. Do you know what I'm saying? But
Yes.
how are you managing to still make it to the gym? On top of that, you came here, you dropped your kids along Direct, we're praying your salawat in the masjid, you're doing all your obligations in terms of your deed. And how are you managing gym to live with all this?
So I think, Sheikh, I don't separate any of these because people sometimes separate work and life. For me, it's life. It's one thing.
Okay.
You know, so it's life, you know? It's praying salah in the masjid is life.
Yeah.
Spending time with the kids is life. Working out is life. And working is life. So everything is just part of one big X or equation, which is life. So you just have to figure out life. And when we were talking about the why and the how, when you figure out the why, really, the inner drive, you figure out the house.
Allah better.
Alhamdulillah.
And look, it's paying off, bro, because like Allah, you mentioned, obviously we can't mention on camera here right now, but a massive, like one of the biggest companies in the Middle East.
Yes, I would say actually, Sheikh, they can Google and find out. The biggest construction company in the world. They did the survey in 1994. It employed 40,000 people.
Wow.
So now they can try to figure it out.
And obviously they reached out to you.
Yes.
They're trying to do a deal with you.
Yes.
And I believe that there's definitely hard work and ethic that's at play there. But also there's the religious element, bro. There's the making dua to Allah. I remember one thing you said to me when you started your like, if there's any money that's coming from any source that's shady, we have to scrap it.
We have to completely scrap it, Sheikh. If it means we don't go where we want to go. That's the only way to go. We don't want to go there.
And I think that the thing is, that's when the help of Allah comes.
Alhamdulillah.
That's crazy. Like one of the biggest construction companies in the world today.
Yes.
Reaching out to you and saying, bro, what they're doing.
Yes, absolutely. And actually, they did come up with a deal, which I told you, inshallah.
Yeah.
We're going to do joint venture on possibly our next development, inshallah. So we're doing the numbers right.
Inshallah. Allah ready.
Inshallah.
Barakallah feek, man. Now we're going to jump in the pool, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Show you what it's like, man, to be in a pool in a gym with no women and no music.
MashaAllah.
I made the same mistake. Bro, you know, they have no music here, but they got natural sounds.
Oh,
they got jungle sounds.
Let's go, inshallah.
What are you doing recently?
Recently, actually, I finished the book, sort of a lot, Al-Movie,
Okay, mashallah.
by the military general, Lieutenant Akram, the Pakistani lieutenant.
He wrote the book.
He wrote the book from a military strategy point of view.
Oh, wow. It's in English?
It's in English. This big.
Original was English?
No. Original, he wrote it in
Lieutenant Akram.
Akram. Sort of Allah Akram.
Okay.
And it's 494 pages, Chef. On my Eid vacation that we did, alhamdulillah. So that was my way of rejuvenating. So quick. Like my time with the book.
Okay.
So I finished the book in like less than 7 days, Chef.
Oh, wow.
And I took
500 pages.
500 pages. And I took a lot of notes. And I plan to actually tell us, maybe make a content on that. But things I learned, like why he was given the title Son of Allah and how it makes so much sense.
So, Chef, look, you're reading these books that are not really known.
Yeah.
Most people will just read books that, you know, Atomic Habits, good book, you know, or Moses' $100 million offer. Think that most people just read books that everyone else reads.
Right.
Why are you looking for these like books that no one's heard of?
Yeah. I feel like Chef, a person that has read the $100 million offers and have actually made it big, right?
Yeah.
I'd rather collaborate with them. If I can never be an expert, I know what's my forte.
Yeah.
I can never be an expert on $100 million offers. Or what I can hire people, or I can be collaborative, or I can do joint venture funding with people who have mastered that concept. Okay, just executing on it. Yeah. For me, the biggest thing I need to become better at is leadership. Okay, so that's my power. Now, under that topic comes strategic leadership with wisdom, leadership that executes. There's a lot of other things. Yeah. So I'm only reading books. So it might sound random, but actually all under the topic of leadership. Okay, and who could be a better leader when it comes to military strategy than the Sword of Allah? Right? And military strategy, I think, is a big part of leadership for us to be able to bring that peacefully.
Guys, look at this. Oof, and it opens. We have just finished a great gym session and we chilled out by the pool. Now we're heading to this big land project that you invested in, Akhi. Investors are investing with you in. So this is your second project in Dubai, huh?
Yes, second project.
So talk to us, man. Why is this one so special? Because your first one is good.
Yes.
You managed to get that one funded very quietly, but this one, there's a lot of noise behind it. So
You inspired me to make notes.
yeah?
Alhamdulillah. Because the plan we have, Sheikh, inshallah, we want to get to first $1 billion Muslim real estate fund. And in order to do that, we would be able to achieve that just by the way I was doing it.
Okay.
Which was offline, which was shaking hands, building relationships. That gave me the solid foundation. And now hindsight, thank God I did not come online earlier.
Yeah.
You know, Sheikh, because alhamdulillah, because that allowed me to actually build the muscle.
Okay.
To actually understand the game and build a solid investor base that have already invested with us, gotten the returns and things like that. So now that when we come online with the sole intention of inshallah getting everybody on board, so we can achieve the goal together of providing halal passive income backed by real assets and do it in large scale, not small assets, do it in big institutional level assets. I think you need to come online and spread the word, inshallah.
Yeah, I mean, look, even, Bucky sent that screenshot to me today where, the YouTube AI recommends topics that our audience is interested in.
Right.
And it's shocking because online people are now, the topic that came up today is and make a video on this topic is the Islamic perspective of real estate. So it's like the algorithm is even telling us that people want to know about this.
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
So it's like you've come at the right time.
Alhamdulillah.
You've come at the right time, Allahumma barik. What's the vibe like when when you're speaking to people that are, because right now people are investing with you,
right?
That you don't know, you've not met before.
No, this is the
Prior
first
to that,
time.
it was your personal network.
Yeah, first time it's happening like that.
So this is like worldwide.
This is completely, I have no idea who's going to show up on the call.
Are you surprised at how quickly you've managed to kind of engage?
Very surprised.
People online?
Very surprised because we just completely funded Dubai South, right? And I did not know we'll find another project this quick. So that's why a lot of my same investors.
I mean, when you say quick, it took 8 months.
It took 8 months, yeah.
But for you, that's quick.
That for me, that's quick because our underwriting criteria is very stringent, very tight, right? So my investors that have funded the Dubai South project, these are my investors that have been working with me for the last 10, 12 years.
Okay.
Right? So they're not liquid per se at this moment because
Okay.
they just invested heavy with me in Dubai South.
Okay.
So this was completely online.
Okay.
Right? Still good 20% are repeat investors from before, but the other 80% are online. So I'm very pleasantly surprised how it has turned out, mashallah, Sheikh, and I think this is good.
What are the backgrounds of these investors that are showing interest?
Physicians, engineers, all professionals.
Uh-huh.
I had one person show up at the call just day before yesterday, and I always botch the healthcare industry professionals titles, but basically he's a cancer doctor. So there's a special name for that.
Okay.
Like oncologist, I think, or radiologist, something like that.
Uh-huh.
But mashallah, he's like up there.
Okay.
Okay. And he treats cancer patients.
Okay.
Mubarak, and his success rates are very high.
Mashallah.
He showed up on the call and he
Okay.
wants to invest.
Very good.
Right. So people like that, people that I learned from actually.
Okay.
There's this one brother that have invested with Safir in other projects.
Uh-huh.
And he didn't know that we were connected.
Safir is one of your major
One
investors.
of my major investors' clients. So he had invested with Safir before and he didn't know that we know each other.
Okay.
So when we get on the call, he's like, oh my God, this is like, he was just shocked. He was blown away. And it's like, I just recently, like 6 months ago, invested with Safir on one of his projects, right? So that brother, mashallah, manages like $15 million of his family fund, all in real estate.
You know what I found really interesting, right? This is one of the things that I've observed, which kind of really a bit impressive along better. The default for people when they see someone come online is negative.
Really?
Like, how do I know I trust you?
Okay.
You know, like, you know, when Grant Cardone, because he's I think, if I'm not mistaken, he was the first guy who really became known online for real estate.
Real estate crowdfunding.
Right?
Yep.
I just didn't trust him.
Yep.
And then the first day when I saw he's got this massive building that says Cardone Capital.
Yeah, Cardone Capital, yes.
I was like, whoa, oh, this guy's legit.
Yeah.
He's got a building that big. And even a part of me still didn't believe it. Like, are these actors? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
What I find really interesting is that when people get on the call with you, they, from the discussions that we've had and what we're seeing in real life, is that they go and do their research.
Yes, absolutely.
And then when they go do their research, it comes back very, very positive. Yes. As in, you're a person who's basically left a trail behind him.
Right.
That can easily be identified.
Be traced.
And the background can be, because when someone's giving you 100K, 200K, $500,000, you know, these are big numbers. And you got to have trust. And it's become easy because it's very easy to be like, wait, let me go check out his investors.
Yes.
Let me go check out the people that have worked with him in the past, people who know him in the community. So I think that's been good. Also, you've had some celebrities jumping on the calls, right?
Yes.
In our space.
Yes, absolutely. Some celebrity scholars, mashallah.
MashaAllah.
Yes, and randomly, you know, when I saw the name, I want to touch on the first comment, Sheikh, which is basically the trace, right?
Yeah.
In terms of when the American audience is on the call, it's much easier to get commitment from them for the investment because it's very easy for them. If they're professional seasoned investors, they could go to any investor community in the Muslim space in the United States, any state. And they'll somehow know me, know of me, know of my past projects or companies and everything. So it's very easy for them to check, do the due diligence. And probably they do that actually before getting on the call. So the call goes, I'm like, you sure there's no other questions? It's usually like that, you know, before they give commitment. I still have 15 minutes with you. It's like, no, the same. You know? I'm like, okay. But mashallah, the UK brothers, they know me through you, right, Sheikh? So they trust me, they come with it, but they don't know me. They trust me because they trust you.
Okay.
So alhamdulillah, I think we need to create more presence in London. And London has a lot of capital. This is, if you ask me what surprised me the most, like place where capital is coming from, actually it's London.
Really?
Because even I was under a misconception.
That's a shock to me as well.
Yeah, because I thought London does not have, like subhanAllah, I thought like people are not able to save in London, you know?
Well, it's a shock to me.
Because I thought it's just paycheck to paycheck. That was just my conception.
No, but it is.
Yeah.
But these must be the exceptions.
100% has to be the exception, Sheikh, right? But mashallah, they came with liquid capital, you know? And for them, 100K USD is 75K GBP. They're like, I can do even 100K.
You know what the issue, Sheikh? I think also this could be it, right? In London, there are even the investment opportunities that are apparently halal, very questionably halal. But even then, it's like 8%.
Right.
This is 50% returns in 2 years.
Right.
I think that type of stuff is unheard of in the UK.
Yes. And actually they ask how. So I explained it to them how, and it makes sense to them.
So I feel like that's why maybe in England it's buzzing, yo, there's a 50% opportunity. Did you guys know this?
Right. Could be, Sheikh. But mashallah. So these are good people, good audience coming from UK. And so right now we're entering Majat And as we enter, you guys can see this beautiful masjid.
Yeah, man.
And, these masajid are built in Dubai. Look at the entryway gate as well, mashallah, the community. So from a masjid, you can tell how much the government will take care of the community.
Oh, wow.
Because there's levels to the even
Masajid.
Yes, masajid.
Yeah, it's a beautiful masjid.
Yes, it's a beautiful masjid. Even when we're going to go inside, inshallah, and show them, it's beautiful, beautiful masjid. So from the masjid, it's literally to the left. It's right there.
Oh, that's the land?
Yes,
wow.
between not this one, chef, between those two buildings. But it's on this street.
Okay.
Yeah, we just have to go around, make a U-turn. But when you walk, it's probably faster, like 2.5 minute walk to the masjid.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Oh,
So all these like plots that we're seeing that are vacant right now are sold, are in the process of getting the approval to start building.
Okay.
There's only 2 or 3 plots left in the community.
Okay.
And then that's it. This is done.
That's it, yeah.
And it's adjacent to Al Barari community, which we're going to drive around as well and show. And Global Village is literally, when we go to the plot, you can see it from the plot. It's across the highway.
Very good. Very good. So, should we just pray in the masjid then? Because they're going to do the salana.
Yes.
And then we'll head to the land.
Yes.
Just in case someone doesn't understand.
Yeah.
What does the fact that Global Village and IMG being adjacent to the community matter in terms of value for this potential investment?
Because that tells me, because these are primary tourist attraction for not only Dubai, all of UAE, and actually all of Middle East.
Yeah.
So this corridor will always be taken care of by the government.
Okay.
This is number one for me. But if it was just that, there's nothing else coming in the future, then there is no possibility of appreciation, right? So I wouldn't be interested. But what they're doing right now, they're building blue line that goes through this highway.
Which is a new subway.
This is the new metro line.
New metro line, sorry, yeah.
Yes, sure. So that tells me, and they already started the construction. So in the next 2 to 3 years, it will be completed. So that's like, already we're seeing a lot of growth because of that. From the announcement. Alhamdulillah. And that will connect, this blue line will be connected to the other 2 metro lines. So imagine the number of people that will get connectivity and access to this community, people who have rights. And that's the majority of the people in Dubai. Yeah. 80% of people actually don't have cars in Dubai.
Oh, really?
There are metro lines. So wherever metro lines go, this is where numbers follow, the money follow.
Very nice.
Fantastic. So we're at the masjid. We're going to go and pray Sheikh Zuhar, and then we're going to check out the land.
Let's go.
فيا حب فيا وجد واشتياق لا يحد فيا حب فيا وجد واشتياق لا يحد يا رسول الله قلبي لم يزال باسمك يشدو.
So how did you find the masjid, Sheikh?
No, actually, this what strikes me here is that when you look around, this place obviously is being developed, right?
Yes.
Most areas in Dubai don't have massages that look this grand.
Yep.
Now, all the massages in Dubai, compared to what we're used to in the West, are obviously grand.
Yes.
But here, there's levels. Usually, massages like this you find in like very built-up areas.
Yep.
So I guess this suggests that they really have plans for this place.
Yes, that's what I'm assuming as well, Sheikh.
Yeah.
Because it's not, even, for example, your community, Jeddah, is a very well-established area.
Yeah.
Even from the community I'm from, the villas are going for 10 million dirham plus. But even then, the masjid,
nothing like this.
Nothing like this in terms of design, the construction quality.
I mean, it makes sense, right? Because Al Barari, you said, has a bicycle track that comes into this. And this is...
Yes, we're going to show people, actually.
It's like Palm Jumeirah type of levels.
Yes, Al Barari will be officially designated as one of the prime real estate areas of Dubai very soon, in the Palm Jumeirah level.
And like Dubai Hills type.
Like Dubai Hills type, yep.
So it makes sense that they're trying to maintain that.
Yes,
prestige.
that's whole area. Yep. This is the plot, Sheikh.
Okay.
This is 30 meters by 55 meters.
Okay.
Basically, roughly 100 feet by 180 feet.
Okay.
So that's roughly 18,000 square feet plot.
Okay.
Okay. And on this plot, inshallah, we're going to build G plus 8.
Okay.
9 floors total. And on the top floor will be all the amenities.
Okay.
The swimming pool, the kids' playground area, the sauna, steam.
So swimming pool will be segregated?
Segregated. We're going to have 2 different swimming pools for two genders.
And there's only 2 genders, guys.
There's only 2 genders. We have to say it like Trump said. I have to say it. There's only 2 genders, right? So, subhanAllah. And we're going to have 2 floors of basement parts. Okay, alhamdulillah. And as you can see, inshallah, the masjid is right there. I actually walked and timed it. It's literally 2.5 minute walk to the masjid.
Okay.
And people living on the top floor, I think from the 4th floor or so, they can see IMG and Global Village, which is right across the highway where we came
So
from.
it will be their view. Their view will be Global Village and IMG.
Global Village and IMG, and it lights up really well at nighttime. And also you have masjid right there, so you can hear the recitations clearly, azan clearly. Alhamdulillah.
And right there, you can see Barari Hills.
Yes, so Barari Hills, and we're going to go, inshallah, drive around and show you guys. So it touches Al Barari community. Which is a pristine luxury community. So it touches luxury, but it's not luxury itself. And this is the type of product I like, because you're targeting the median income people, which are your nurses, teachers, Islamic bank managers, so you're touching people with median income.
Wow. Allah Barik. You know what? One thing I think, which is very impressive, Akhi, is like, when I look at this,
yes,
this is just dirt.
Yes. Yes.
But Allah Azza wa Jalla gave you the foresight to see opportunity in this dirt.
Yes.
And that's how you've made your millions, which is just finding dirt that you can see an opportunity where others can't.
Yes.
And it's not random, it's calculated. You've looked at, the growth of the area, the signs, like the metro line, the IMG and whatnot, and so on and so forth. And this is going to be a source of millions for your investors, inshallah ta'ala.
Inshallah. And that's the beauty, because everything, there is a food chain, right? And for real estate, this is top of the food chain. People ask me, should I invest in a rental property or should I invest in your development? Well, it depends where you are in your journey. Some people are in capital preservation mode. They just want to preserve their capital, buy rental properties. But some people are in the growth mode. They want to grow their wealth even further before they go into preservation mode, right? So for those people, you're literally coming at the top of the food chain. Everything gets built on top of it.
Okay.
Like, inshallah, we're going to buy that building. Then an end user investor will come, buy it from us.
And do Airbnb.
Exactly.
And do
Sheikh.
short-term rentals.
Exactly, Sheikh. And they're going to make good returns as well.
Yeah.
But they're going to buy from who? From us. The investor partners, they're partnering up with us in the project right now. They're buying from us.
So you guys would be the ones that make the most money, the most margin.
Most money. But those are good investments as well.
You know, another thing that comes to mind when I just stand here, it's a bit surreal, because of this project, some of the inspiration, like the primary motivation behind this is riba-free investments for Muslims, right?
Yes.
And then on top of that, you've chosen a location and you actively did this. Masjid is in front.
Yes.
Segregated swimming pools. It reminds me of an ayah in Surah Tawbah, where Allah Azza wa Jalla, He talks about the earth on which you build a masjid. Allah said, "Masjid ussisa ala taqwa min awwal yawmin ahaq an taquma fi."
Right.
Allah said, the masjid that's built upon the fear of Allah from the first day is more deserving for you to stand and pray in that masjid than a masjid that wasn't built on the fear of Allah. So my sheikh actually taught me in Pakistan, he said, and he got this from Imam Sa'di, was that the taqwa that you have at the time you build the building has a lot of barakah in terms of what comes from the building.
Oof, that's deep, Sheikh.
Big, very deep.
Very deep. And
So,
that's why, Sheikh, not only riba, we don't want to touch any sort of haram money,
period.
in building this. That's why our even process of collecting money, like one of the investors said, man, that's too much information, but it's good. He said, I like it that you're asking so much information, even for our, KYC, anti-money laundering. So it's a very stringent process, Sheikh.
Yeah. No, 100%. You want to make sure it's clean.
Yep.
And for that reason, I believe the people that will live here, inshallah, will find a lot of benefit living in this. And I believe those that, inshallah ta'ala, invest will find a lot of barakah in their wealth, because this whole earth, the project was built upon taqwa, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Tayyib, akhi, man. So this is it, inshallah. I hope that Allah puts barakah in this and allows your investors to see those 50% returns in 2 years.
Inshallah.
Inshallah ta'ala.
And keep doing bigger and better, inshallah.
Yeah.
In the grand scale of things, this is such a small project, Sheikh. We want to build a Majan community. And we want to build master communities, inshallah.
Yeah.
If not in this land, in other lands. But this is the ultimate goal, inshallah.
Amazing. Jameel. Tayyib, man. So next step, your office?
Yes, Sheikh. Yeah, so this is the book we're talking about in the jacuzzi. I just finished it up in 7 days, alhamdulillah. 500 pages almost, but I couldn't put it down once I picked it up. Alhamdulillah.
Many people are familiar with the biography of Khalid ibn Walid in English. This is not the famous one that everyone knows. This is a rare
read.
This is by a lieutenant general.
Yep.
Wow.
Complete military strategy.
Of the Pakistani army.
Yes.
Very interesting. And what's really interesting here is that he's quoting classical sources.
Yeah.
Tabari, which is like a key historical.
Goes very in depth with everything that people will usually skip over, and he derives lessons from those. So it's not just details for the heck of details.
Wow, very interesting.
Mashallah, a very strategic man, Sheikh.
Wow.
Very strategic man.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna order this right now, inshallah.
Inshallah.
So, barakallah feek.
So this is a smaller office space compared to, alhamdulillah, what I'm used to in the US. Their offices.
Yep.
We have only 20,000 square feet of office
In the US. Okay.
Alhamdulillah.
Allah barik.
But this is a good start.
Bismillah. So guys, what we've come to this beautiful office for is to record the first episode of a new series on the Right Story channel.
The Money Show.
The Money Show, the Muslim Money Show.
Yeah.
The whole idea and objective behind this is that wealth creation, something that people want to know how to do, whether it's halal without haram. And it just dawned on us that this literally is your area of expertise, Allah Eric. So
We can all contribute, inshallah.
yeah, inshallah. And it just didn't make sense to not just create a whole show where we go through this end to end. So I'm going to ask you questions on behalf of the viewers, the audience. We'll have a panel, we'll have guests, people that have all sorts of experience in terms of just, wealth creation.
Yes, finance,
Strategies, investment opportunities, diversifying your assets, just the whole mindset behind it. One of the unique things here that people are going to learn the secrets of investing. There's things that people do to make money that people just don't know about.
Right.
It's like I didn't even know that could be done.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's what we're going to really kind of, as this series progresses, just unearth that stuff from you, inshallah, and hopefully share for the audience.